Sunday. So I wanted to jump on here real quick just to talk about this experience I just had with DoorDash. So initially I wasn't going to come out today for Sunday, and my body wasn't into it. My body said we're not getting up out of this bed until 11 a.m. and that's exactly what happened. I didn't get out until 11 a.m. After I got out at 11 a.m., I turned on all apps. I was rejecting left and right. Don't have pictures of that because I was just rejecting. Ubereats wanted me to go to Walmart, so I went ahead and closed out of Ubereats because I'm like, whatever. Then Grubhub was sending me something that was just the distance and the pay was off, so no. And then I end up with DoorDash. I accidentally accepted it because I was rejecting another order, and it was said $12.50 going to Jersey Mike's. Didn't know how far I was going to the customer. So what I end up doing is I just like, whatever. When I did look at the address, I seen that it shouldn't have been that far, so I was cool. On the route to Jersey Mike's, I didn't turn off Grubhub, and I received a Jersey Mike's Grubhub order. Again, another one I wouldn't accept it, so I went ahead and closed out of there. Then I went and then I got an add-on order for Jersey Mike's. It was $4.50, I think, going like 1.5, and I didn't take a picture of that. I'm sure I did. So what happened was, when I got to Jersey Mike's, the second customer order was ready. The first customer order, they was bagging. And I was out of there less than a minute. Get everything situated in my car, turn on, the directions, and I was dropping off the second customer order first, which was to the hospital. So I knew it was a hand to customer situation. Follow the directions to the building that I was dropping off at, and then I had to wait 10 minutes past the drop-off time because I have no clue. So finally somebody came that wasn't the customer who asked for the order, and I handed it to them. I put in the notes who came down and asked for it, and I called customer care to let them know that too, because one, I'm past the drop-off time. Two, I'm going to be late to the first customer, which was the one I initially picked up. So finally, I'm on my way to the first customer, and it was a leave at door, but he was waiting for me because I was running late. I explained it to him, and that was that. So for some reason, it shows that I actually am getting $23 versus, I believe that when I calculated, it should have been somebody sent me a text. I don't know what it said. It should have been like $12.50 plus $4.50. What is that? $17. But somehow I have $8 extra there. So we're gonna check it out, and we're gonna see what the dealio is, and I'll show it here why I end up getting paid more. All right, gotta head off here. It's time to watch the boys. Peace out. I am back. I decided to dip out on the game. It was at the end of the second, going into halftime, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get out here and see what's going on. So at first, I did turn on the apps while I was inside my home. There was nothing worth taking, and then I got in the car, and then I started receiving orders not worth taking. The first order I took was DoorDash order going to Mr. C's. I think it was like $6.25. I think the mileage was like 3 point something, but I'll show it here. And so I just finished dropping that off. It was a little late because I was dropping off to another restaurant. So the customer was a restaurant employee. Luckily, there was the person who was checking people out. I did have to wait so she can, do her actual job before she get her food, which was totally fine. While I was on my way to her, I didn't turn off Ubereats, and Ubereats actually had a order to come in for a wing spot, and I said, you know what, let me just go ahead and grab that one, and I did. So I'm headed to go pick that order up, and then I'll show you when I get back exactly what the customer ordered. All right, Be right back. Okay, I am back, and I didn't come right back before because I wonder which way they want me to go. I'm gonna go this way because my Uber wasn't, the map wouldn't go to my Google map. It kept wanting to do just the in-app map, so I couldn't come back because if I turned off to talk to y'all, I wouldn't be able to hear anything. So with that order, I don't know, this is, like I said, this is starting to be so complicated because I forget where I left off at. So I know that I dropped off to the young lady at the DoorDash order. I don't know what else I did, y'all. I think I took a Uber, maybe a DoorDash. I did something. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna show you this order. I ended up doing my first Uber shop in deliver order. I was kind of like on the fence with doing that because you can't really see anything. It was at Walgreens, and I'll show you exactly the order, like what was in the order. Now, and I also show you like a screenshot of when you get into the store. It's not like Instacart or Ship when it moves the item out, like either the item there or the item is not. And so for me, you have to pay attention. You have to either know the item, you got to look at the quantity, you got to look at the size, you got to look at the dollar amount to kind of give you an idea of what it is. And so that's what I end up doing. It was one item where I was like, I'm not sure about this, and me and the young lady was like, we decided we just choose this one item and keep it moving. It was the dollar amount. I was looking at the dollar amount, so it didn't go over the dollar amount, so I left it as is. But yeah, so that order was this. How much it was? It was $16, and I'm going this far. So I'm just going to wrap it up here, and I'm going to come back and I'm just going to break down everything I've done thus far. So maybe repeat, but it's just because I just don't know what I've been doing since I left y'all. All right, until next time, peace. Hey y'all, we finna take it back old school because like I really screwed up what was happening on Sunday. And I think it's because I was declining so much and I had so many apps open and I couldn't remember what I was doing when I was doing it. And it was kind of hard to keep track of, honestly, the orders I actually was completing. So I decided the best way for me to remember what I did is to just go through what I did. And we're going to just go from app to app like we did in the past of what I actually did. So this is for Instacart. So the total for Instacart was $24.07. That was broken down in a batch earner of $7 and tipped $17.07. This was for the active time of 1 hour and 20 minutes. This was for one batch, but it was a 2 full service order. And this was actually going 6.7 miles. And this is kind of like the full breakdown of what the customers tipped. I believe the customer B tip was adjusted based on the order. Customer A tip was a flat rate. The next app that I earned money in was DoorDash. It was for $38.50. That was for active time of 1 hour and 18 minutes. Dash time of 3 hours and 12 minutes. And that shows the full balance. Let's break it down and see what that entails. So the DoorDash pay was $10.50 and the customer tip was $28. Now on Wednesday I did do one order for $8.25. That was to Chick-fil-A. And then I did a order in the morning that became a order and an add-on. And so remember I was explaining early in the video I couldn't figure out why I earned more. And the reason why is because the customer it's showing on here as customer B, but this customer B was actually the first order I took. He actually tipped me $15 versus the $12.50 that they were quoting me. So they did hide it. Like I said, I don't go into trying to figure out why they hiding. But they did, and I'm lucky for that. He didn't make any adjustments, even though I was running late. So that's why I earned $23 on this particular order. And then this was the order to Mr. C's. It was showing $6.25 when in the earlier part of the video, but again, another hidden amount. And so I actually earned $1 more. So it's $7.25 I actually earned for that. The last app that I work in was Ubereats, and I'm just going to show you here the total of $41.62. That was broken down to $17.62, and the customer tips was $24. Now, what I'm going to do is show you screenshots of the orders and then talk further about each of these orders. Just so you'll know, this was for 4 trips, and the total online time was 3 hours and 52 minutes. Okay, so these are the orders that I accepted and delivered for Uber Eats, starting with on Wednesday, $6.12, order going 1.1 miles. Then the order I accepted for $11.29. The customer tipped more, so it became $12.11. So yay me. Then we have the order that I couldn't remember I did, which was an order to the Chinese food restaurant. It was $6.12. And then the last order I took in Uber Eats was the one for $16.32, the order and pay. The customer did tip more, so I received more at $17.27. So I did set a goal for myself for $100. Now, this was what I decided is that I'm not going to include merchandiser at this present time because the way their pay is, it's kind of off, and I'm just going to use that for other things. But when I set my goal, is simply for the following apps: Shipt, Instacart, Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash. So the total earnings for the week is $104.19. I did reach my $100 goal that I set for myself for the week. So I also wanted to show y'all all of the orders that I received but did not take on Sunday, and why I was so flustered with so much going on, because this is a lot of orders to be declining in such a short period of time. And I just couldn't get my thoughts together because I couldn't remember if I was going to these places or not. Like the amounts, the places, they all start to mash together. And it was like, are you kidding me with some of these? It was like, do you really want me to go this far for this amount in this restaurant? Now, it was one restaurant I didn't choose to go because I was actually picked up another order and I just didn't want to go back to pick this up. But as you can see, there was a lot of bull being thrown my way. All right, y'all. Until next time, in between time, peace out.